Welcome back to Moments of Love, where every letter uncovers a loving tale. I'm your host, KG Heartstopper. And today's moment of love is about time, hope, and the magic tucked inside a single word. T is for tomorrow. Eleanor and Ben had been married for 42 years. They met when she was a nurse, and he was a med student with shaky hands and an overconfident smile. Their first date was cheap pizza and a walk through the rain. The second was spent in the emergency room. He broke his wrist trying to impress her with a backflip off a picnic bench. It didn't matter. She was already in love. They built a life in quiet, ordinary ways. 2 children, a golden retriever named Rusty, Saturday morning pancakes, arguments over nothing, laughter over everything else. But love, real love, doesn't stay untouched by time. Years passed, and Ben started to forget things, little things. At first, the name of an old song, where he'd parked the car, then bigger things, where he lived, that his parents were gone, what year it was. Alzheimer's, the doctor had said, a slow goodbye. Eleanor cried in the car that day. Then she wiped her tears, drove home, and made him tea, like she always had. She decided something in that moment, something quiet and fierce. If he couldn't remember yesterday, she would love him enough for tomorrow. Every day, she sat with him on the porch and told him their story, again and again. How he spilled coffee on her scrubs, how he proposed under the stars in Yosemite, how he held their daughter for the first time and cried harder than the baby did. Sometimes he smiled, sometimes he didn't, but she kept telling him anyway. One night, after a particularly hard day, when he forgot her name, when he asked if she was the nurse and not his wife, she whispered into the quiet, "It's okay, Ben. I'll see you tomorrow." The next morning, he looked at her for a long time, and then, with eyes clearer than they had been in months, he said, "You've been here, every tomorrow." She nodded, tears already falling. "Then I guess," he said, "tomorrow's a good day to love you again." That moment didn't last forever. The disease took its toll, as it always does, but Eleanor never stopped showing up. And on the day Ben passed, she held his hand and whispered again, "I'll see you tomorrow." Because love, real love, doesn't live only in memories. It lives in the promise of showing up, again and again, even when the past is gone. Even when today is hard, especially when all you have left is tomorrow. Thanks for joining me for this moment of love. I'm KG Heartstopper. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another loving tale